If you're wanting to buy a house and you working on paying off collection accounts and charge off, stop giving them people your money. And here's why. Once a collection account has already hit your credit, it has already done the damage. Your score has dropped and you have a derogatory on your credit. And if an account that's already in collection on your credit is going to defeat the purpose, because you're only going to get 1 to 3 points, sometimes 5, if that. But if you call the creditor who has the account in collection and you ask them, upon you paying them X amount of dollars, will they send you a letter, an email, or mail stating that upon you settling the balance, don't give them people no more than 20%, 10 to 20%, that's it, that they will delete it off all 3 credit bureaus. No letter, no payment. Do not pay them until they agree in black and white.
Yeah, I agree with 100%. First of all, let me tell you who them people is. Let's define that. In my professional opinion, mortgage lender, 20 plus years, NMLS license number 180-100. Them people are credit repair companies. Don't give them people no money, because if you have something on your credit report already, the damage has been done. So when you give them people, credit repair companies, that's taken from money that you could, a second point, with them other people, the original creditor, take the money that you're not giving the credit repair company and use it to negotiate with the original creditor, not the collection agency, but the original creditor, and try to get a pay for deletion letter. Even if it's settled for less than full balance, the damage has been done, but after a final decision has been made and you get the proof, either pay for delete or a settle for less than full balance, then that thing is over for that period of time. And as you build credit moving forward, you won't have those problems. So yeah, I'm with her. Quit paying them people.
Don't get discouraged. They may give you a little kickback in the beginning, but somebody gonna budge. You may call Monday, they may trip. You may call Thursday, you may get a ding, ding, ding. We'll do it. But don't pay it until they give you a letter in black and white stating upon you settling the balance, they will delete it from all 3 credit bureaus. Now, when you do this strategy, your credit is bound to go up anywhere between 20 to 45 points. And I've seen it even go up over 50.
Facts. She's spitting facts. Free credit game. Here's the deal. The information is out here. What the issue is for most people is the execution. She's telling you for free 99 what it is that you have to do. It's not only the execution that's lacking out here, it's your expectation as far as time is concerned. Here's the deal. It's not going to be reestablished overnight. Even if you get the point threshold, as an example, let's say you're looking to buy a house. You come to me and you know your credit is challenged. What can I do? What can I do? It takes time, baby. The takeaway is, for those of you that are looking to buy a house, you want to start this process sooner rather than later. How soon? As soon as you think you want a house. We have to start this process so that when you do reach out to a lender, you're able to pull the trigger and you don't have to wait, because at minimum, it's going to take 12 months of good, clean credit history for you really to overcome some of these past credit ills. In a lot of cases.
So if the collection account that's on your credit that you're focused on, if it has already been on your credit over 12 months, that will not stop you from purchasing a home. But if you're focused on doing a little cleanup on your credit before you start the home buying process, doing the strategy we just discussed when it comes to collection account is very effective. So it's very important that you do a pay for delete so that you can get the points that you're needing. But also, upon them deleting the collection account off your credit, it shows that it never happened. Unlike if you just pay it off, you get the few points, but guess what? It's still gonna show on your credit that what you had that collection account.
Thank you, young lady, for the great information. I'm gonna go a little bit deeper and then give you some takeaway. If you're someone watching this that says, hey, I want to buy a home, but I know I have challenged credit. In the last portion of her video, she said that if it's been on your credit for over 12 months, it's not going to prevent you from buying a home. Let's take the FHA home loan program as an example. I see a lot of car collections on the credit report. And the reason 12 months is a key number is because after the 12 months, the date of last activity of that car being charged off, you probably still have an outstanding balance because they've sold it and whatever's left over is there. And you're saying, hey, I'm not going to pay for it. Well, the deal is this: if your debt to income ratio can handle the payment that we have to calculate for you, which is 5% of whatever that outstanding car balance is that's left open on that open collection, then you don't have to address it. What you do have to address is whatever the cause of you having that repossession. We have to address what happened, what you've done, or what has happened to make sure that that doesn't happen again, or to show that it's in the past. It's called a letter of explanation. Okay. So if we can have those things in place and you can absorb whatever the payment is in your debt to income ratio, you don't have to pay that off. This is why you don't have to pay these credit collection companies, because those are monies that you could save either for your down payment or closing costs, or to have reserves after closing. A key to any of you all that are looking to buy a home and you've had that 12-month history where you have no more new lates, you must have a verifiable, documentable rental history for a minimum of 12 months. Why? Because a lot of you guys will have to qualify in what we call manual underwriting or a refer eligible. You might hear that from some loan officers online. All we're doing is we're looking at your file, the underwriter, the loan officers looking at your file and saying, these folks do have the ability to repay. They've had some issues in the past, which is represented by the credit report and the credit score. Let's make sure we can identify, isolate what was going on, show what was done to remedy those faux pas or that situation that caused the bad credit, and what the plan forward is moving forward, which will be validated by no more new lates. That's why I'm saying that 12 months is very important. As a result of that, they have the income, they have the required reserves amounts that's needed in some cases. More importantly, they have the rental history, because your rental history, you paying your rent, is the biggest metric used to determine how you take care of your housing in the future. So if all those things are in line, your ratios are in line, and you can afford it, then you can move forward. One last thing I want to give to you guys that have had challenge credit and you've implemented these things, or you've heard these things that we just spoke about in the video, the young lady as well as myself, and you're going to implement them. Here's the thing that I see that most people don't do. You must establish good history. Back in our example, say you've had a car repossession, there's a collection amount, and it happened in January of 2024. Now we're well over 12 months of that. You have verifiable, documentable rental payments that you've been paying. We can document it and they match the lease or what you have to pay the property manager. You get my point. Well, what you need to do is open a line of credit, a revolving line of credit. It could be a secure card. There's a million different companies out here. You guys could do your research. Here's what matters: the dollar amount doesn't matter, meaning ABC lender can give you a secured line of credit for $100. That's all that matters. A new trade line has been opened. And then from there, how have you managed that new trade line? Meaning your utilization, how you use that credit card, never exceeds 9% of the available credit limit. So in our example, you get a $100 credit line approval. Okay. You use $9 of that. How do you use that $9? Buy gas, buy whatever you buy, your little snacks, whatever you buy, right? And you pay that off every Friday or once a week, every 7 days, whatever your day is, you pay it off. And over a period of time, that's going to show that you're utilizing that line of credit. You're not exceeding 9%. 9% is very important, because in my 20 plus years, the people that have the largest, highest credit scores are those that have a 9% or less utilization. And they frequently pay off their balances. They're not a revolver, that's what it's called, but you're a transactor. So by you paying it off every week, whatever that 7 day period is, what will happen is just naturally over time, you're going to have periods of time where Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax get the data that shows that your balance is only $9. So that hits the utilization. But with the trended data that a lot of these folks are talking about now, You're going to show that you don't carry the balance. You're not a balance carrier. You're not a revolver. You have 15 cars maxed and all you're doing is making the minimum. That is a huge sign that you are a problem waiting to happen. By you doing it that way, that shows you're a transactor, that shows you're paying, and all you need is one credit card and one installment line of credit. Most of you have a car payment, student loans, maybe a secured loan. Even if you don't have that installment line, that one revolving line of credit will get it. This is how you can overcome challenge history. So hopefully that makes sense and you've got some meat on the bone that you can actually go out and implement. If you agree and believe it, what I'm saying and what the young lady was saying, go down in the comment section and let us know, let those that are potentially watching know that this is real world. It really works. Moreover, if you have other techniques or strategies that you've used that work, put them down in the comment section, because sharing is caring and we have a great community. And it's not just about us, right? We want to help those that want to be helped with the information. I thank you in advance for them. If you say, I'm ready to move forward, how do I do that? Schedule a consultation. The link is in the description of this video. I want to hear what it is that you're trying to achieve. We can put a plan of action together and then we can move forward. If you're not ready to do that, watch these next 2 videos that I've curated just for you so you can continue educating yourself, building that faith that you need to build until the time that you're ready to reach out. Now, I have an ask for you. Let's be good to one another. Let us let grace abound. And most importantly, you guys stay blessed. Indeed.